You're in a relationship. But somehow, you still feel alone. Not physically alone. Emotionally. And that's the kind of loneliness that hurts the most. Because you're not supposed to feel this way when you have someone. You tell yourself maybe it's just a phase. Maybe they're just busy. Maybe things will go back to how they used to be. But deep down, something feels off. And the hardest part? You can't always explain it. But you feel it. Here's the truth many people avoid. You can be in a relationship and still be doing life alone. Because a relationship is not just about presence. It's about connection. And when that connection starts to fade, the relationship becomes one-sided. So let's talk about the signs. Because sometimes, what you're feeling has a reason. Number 1. You're the only one trying to keep the relationship alive. You're the one calling. You're the one texting. You're the one making plans. If you stop putting in effort, everything goes quiet. And that silence tells you everything you need to know. Because real interest doesn't disappear when effort is no longer one-sided. Number 2. You don't feel heard anymore. You talk, but it feels like they're not really listening. Your feelings get dismissed. Your concerns get brushed aside. And slowly, you start keeping things to yourself. Not because you don't want to share. But because you feel like it doesn't matter. Number 3. You feel emotionally unsupported. When you're going through something, you can't fully lean on them. You hesitate before opening up. You overthink before expressing yourself. Because instead of comfort, you expect indifference. And that's when you realize you've been handling your emotions alone. Number 4. You feel more anxious than secure. You overthink their actions. You question their effort. You wonder where you stand. And love should not feel like constant uncertainty. A healthy relationship brings peace, not confusion. Number 5. You feel lonely, even when you're together. You sit next to them, but feel miles away. The conversations feel empty. The connection feels forced. And you start missing a version of them that no longer exists. Now here's the part many people struggle to accept. Loneliness in a relationship is not always about being alone. It's about being with someone who is no longer emotionally present. And that kind of loneliness slowly drains you. Because you keep hoping things will change. But hope without change becomes emotional exhaustion. Now let's talk about why this happens. Sometimes people get comfortable. They stop putting in effort because they assume you'll always be there. Other times, the emotional connection fades, but no one wants to admit it. So instead of fixing the problem, they avoid it. And the relationship slowly becomes distant. But here's what you need to understand. You should not have to feel alone in a relationship. You should not have to beg for attention, effort, or emotional presence. And you should not have to convince someone to show up for you. Because the right relationship doesn't make you feel like you're doing everything by yourself. It feels like a partnership. 2 people showing up. 2 people trying. 2 people choosing each other every day. So if you recognize these signs, don't ignore them. Pay attention. Because your feelings are not random. They are information. And sometimes, the most honest thing you can admit to yourself is this. You're not asking for too much. You're just tired of feeling alone with someone who's supposed to be there. If this resonated with you, like this video, comment, "I deserve real partnership." Share this with someone who needs to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe to Women's Reality, where we talk about the truths many people are afraid to say out loud.